So, hello guys, and today we're here with.
Stivens.
And what did you do today?
Today I topped the regional in Hamburg and I got third place.
And what did you play?
I played, of course, in my opinion, one of the coolest decks ever, P.U.N.K Therion. So, not much talking, I just want to introduce you to the deck. So we're playing triple Xeomin. Let me just fix this for you. Triple Xeomin, triple Foxy Tune, triple Ogre Dance, double Yugioh, and one of each of the small punks. I think the ratios are correct like this because you want to have like as much starters as possible with the 3 Ogre Dance, 3 Foxy Tune, and 3 Xeomin. And you need 2 Yugioh. If you want open one, you cannot play your combo, so you need a second one for when you brick with another one. Or you can use it as an extender if you draw it and you have more punks in hand. And you only need each of those ones for the combo. Then we keep going with the monsters. Now we got the Therion lineup.
You and the 6 Starlight Regulus.
So,
nice.
In my thought process, I thought we only need each Therion once because during the combo, with the P.U.N.K combo, you can get to 3 Therions. So you have like 2+ for another turn or for comeback follow-up. So you can search every one of those, and I think you don't need any more of those. Maybe you could cut this one or the Duke if you really have like issues with space. But I think it's really important to have like different names and of course attributes. You can equip this one with Yugioh and even trigger the effect. You can use any level 3 P.U.N.K to equip it. And you can do like crazy stuff. So I think the utility in those 5 cards is like pretty amazing.
So and you always want a level 8 Therion, right?
I actually
you can go with it into the P.U.N.K Dragon with it.
Yes, I did like
cards.
OTK, I don't know, 6 times today, 8 times today with like the Psychic and Punisher and with the P.U.N.K Yugioh Dragon. So I think you always want to have access to like 1 level 8 body on board and a level 3 Truna. So I think this is the right decision. For hand traps, we played the Rock, 3 times Nip. I wanted to have like something against Cash Tira mainly because I cannot play with my deck being pretty grave reliant or like having to discard. So I played 3 Nips. This is of course good against Cash Tira, Branded, and sometimes even Sprite because now they're not able to do like always the secure play with the sprint, so I think they go 5 summons and maybe the negate comes later. Triple Ash for like Branded Fusion and Rogue and stuff. 1 Ghost Ogre because you can search it with the P.U.N.K Jam Dragon Drive, and I think sometimes it comes up against the Rebirth or the Gigantic Sprite or the Runic Fountain. So if you can search it and you know your matchup, you can have like a little bit advantage over them. So that's for monsters. For spells, of course, the best card in the deck, triple Emergency Teleport. Nothing to say about this one. Then main deck, what I played, actually triple Book of Eclipse. Yes, as I said before, I really wanted to have like a lot of stuff against the Cash Tira matchup, and of course it's also good against other decks as Sword Soul or Sprite. So I thought like having 3 in main deck and also having the space, why not?
So do you think this one will be a stable 3-off in every deck now?
I think it depends how the meta is shifting. I think for this weekend, because the meta was not like figured out and a lot of random decks came up, you could try it because at the end of the day, if the enemy has a lot of monsters on board and you can book them, it will always be good because you can bounce them later on with the P.U.N.K Dragon. So I think it's, for P.U.N.K at least, pretty good for breaking boards and OTKing your opponent. So we have to see what the future gives us.
Okay.
And then for the one-off spells, 1 P.U.N.K Jam Extreme Session, 1 Therion Disc Colosseum, 1 Endless Argyro System, and 1 Change of Heart. For the explanation, this one is like Pot of Greed on crack. You can do it like every round, 2 draws, and you can even special summon P.U.N.K monsters from your hands. So I think it's necessary at 1 at least. Could think about playing 2. One Disc Colosseum because I can search it in the combo. One Gyro System for the grind game if I want to protect my monster from battle, or if I start it, I can send something, and if I open like a Regulus, or if I open any Therion in hand with this one, I have like an Omni Negate before I start my plays, so I'm pretty safe against like any hand trap. And Change of Heart, just going second, busted card.
How good was it today?
I didn't see it even once.
Okay.
So, and for traps, of course, best trap in the format. If you don't play it, you're retarded. No offense. Yeah, 3 impermanents. You play around the thrust, you play around the triple tactics talents. So I think this is necessary. If you want to play any hand traps, you should at least play imperm. And for the last card in my deck, I have the Dangerous Garbo. This is like an impermanence, and if you control a punk, you get attack as your life points, which monster you negate. Good for time, and I think, monster negate is right now then a monster destruction, so that's my pick. This one for the cards in main deck. Let's go
for the
extra.
extra deck, I guess.
Let's go for the extra deck. So I play Double Zeus for the Cash Tira matchup. I think in my extra deck, they don't have like a real good target to banish with the Mind Hacker. The only one would be Zeus, because then I cannot clear their board effectively. So that's why I thought playing 2, and then they will leave it alone, and I can't even make 2, so why not? Then I played 1 Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. You can play it in combination with the Champion Starters, which I will come to in a second. So for those of you who don't know the effect of this card, you can just attach 1 material, negate an open monster on field, and this monster gets unaffected. So you can decide if you want to negate something from your opponent and make this monster unaffected, or if you want to maybe negate something from your field to make it unaffected. Depends what's coming up. And the Champion Sargas is like insane. That's why the deck is working with the Punk and the Therions. So every time you open 1 Punk, like 1 Xiamen, 1 Ogre Dance, 1 Foxy Tune, you can do like the complete combo. And with this one, you go and search any Therion card, or if you play Spriggan's card, but that's not important for us. And if Xyz material gets detached from field, you can destroy or decide to bounce 1 card. So I think against Cash Tira, this card is good. Against Sprite, this card is good. And they have to do something before they want to play, because I can decide if I want to bounce or destroy what is better in the certain situation, yeah? So, 1 Hope Harbinger, good against Book of Eclipse, against not Dark Ruler for real, but against like a lot of spells if anti-spell is not helping. 1 Melee of the Trees, just to have like more options to get to my Therion package with the Lily Borea. 1 Psychic End Punisher. I did this card like 4 to 5 times today, and I OTK'd every time I made this card. Just insane. You get so much ATK with it because you pay too much life points. So I think you should definitely play 1 at least. 1 Okyoge Punk Dragon, amazing, can bounce up to 4 cards in the usual Punk combo, so you can crack boards pretty easily. Even like against back row, you have like decent chance. 1 Baron, you can go into Baron with the level 7 Therion, which you can search like in combo, and then decide what your import is going to be, like 7 and 3 as a tuner, of course, and some Baron. Then I played 1 Gem Dragon Drive. You only need 1 for the combo, I think. And funny thing, a lot of people don't know the graveyard effect. So if they react to your Punk effects on field, you can trigger it, special summon from the grave, and even going on to search, like you could search an Ogre, or you can just search like a Xiamen for follow-up. So you have like options, and a lot of people don't see this coming. This is a new card, TCG exclusive, Diabolus the Menacing Mantis, and you just do exactly 1 thing. You dump Lily Borea from deck to grave, and then start doing your combo. 1 Ukyoke Rising Carp. I think this one is good, just for the combo. You don't need more. If they banish it with the Cash Tira matchup, they just banish it, then you just skip the fusion and go for the synchro play. Good card. And I decided to play the Link package, IP, Unicorn, and Appaloosa. That's for the extra deck.
So you have no target for Ibli in your extra deck. Did you expect Ibli or not?
I did expect Ibli, but I was like, if I'm going to have like Ibli against Sprite, I'm trying to have something in the sideboard, which I will show you in a second. Or if I have it like against Kashtira or something, I just try to, because if I have only one Linguriba, of course, they would banish it anyway, and I don't have the space to play two, so I would rather play two Zeus. And now I want to show you my side deck, so you know what I had against Ibli. So, first of all, again, against the Kashtira Mitchup, D-Shifter hurts a lot, you cannot play this deck, so Trigama, I only sided it in once against Kashtira, and yeah, I think it's good. It's a good card going second. Then I played 2 Dark Hole. This was against Ibli. I know I could play 3, but I was like, I think this format is still new and not a lot of people going to play Ibli, like a few maybe, and if they do, I hope just to draw like the right card I need to. Then for back row removal, I had like 1 Feather Duster and 1 Cosmic Cyclone. Before I played 3 Dark Hole, but I decided if I have like an enemy playing anti-spell or something like quick where I cannot react with my normal spells, I want to at least have the chance to draw something. Yeah, just to have it inside, yeah, you know. And then I played Triple Evenly Matched. Didn't come up once this day, but a busted card. You should play it if you have the space in the side deck. Triple Anti-Fragrance, really good. A lot of decks cannot play. They cannot break your board if you have this card. So I think also pretty necessary this format. And the last card is the Therion Stand-Up, which I only side in for going first. And what you usually do is, because you can revive Therions from grave, like usually you have like something on board, like a Regulus and Borea. And if you negate in your own turn because they throw Nibiru, or if they bait your negate, or if they just destroy your monsters and you cannot react to it, or they Dark Ruler, that happened to me today, they Dark Rulered my board, and then Lava Golem. So I had them in grave, activate this trap, and get like my Omni negate back, and they still have to play through something. So I think this card is really good for going first. Yeah, and that's the deck profile.
Okay, do you have any shoutouts?
I want to shout out, of course, my boys from the Open Family from Hamburg. Like, shout out to my boy Joseph, shout out to my boy Kevinius, David. I see you all there, out there. And I want to shout out, of course, my friends and guys from Lübeck. Like, Lübeck got the best locals, really, really strong locals. We're coming up, we're rising up to the top. And I want to have like shout out to Niklas, Dominic, Marius, and Colin, and so much more. So I cannot even count all of these guys in. And I'm happy I topped today 5-1.
Yeah, nice. Thank you for the deck profile, and see you guys.
All right, see you then.